This is a quick overview of the two most common scenarios when going live with a website. The first scenario is when the name servers live within the DNS registrar. So we're looking at the GoDaddy control panel here. Every domain registrar like Network Solutions, Hover, any other domain registrars have a similar dashboard. You can see when I scroll down a little bit, we look at name servers, we're looking at defaults. So this is using the GoDaddy name servers. That means that all of the records within this panel are respected and being used. This is one of the more common configurations we come across when working with client sites. Another really common configuration is when custom name servers are being used. Typically speaking, when custom name servers are used, we see something like ns1.bluehost.com or like ns1.hostgator.com, something along those lines. This means that none of the records within this panel are being respected, and that all of the A records and CNAME records and all that kind of stuff live within, are being served by a server at HostGator or Bluehost, or insert other host name here. The last scenario is name servers that are pointing to a firewall or similar. So something like a Cloudflare or DNS made easy, and that's when we'd see, something like gene.ns.cloudflare.com as a name server here. If anything other than default is chosen here, when we go live, the only thing we really need to do is modify the A record or the CNAME record, whichever is recommended by the host, and the site should go live really quickly, within an hour. Whenever going live, recommend setting the TTL value as low as possible. 600 seconds is about as low as most registrars will go, but you can see that's a value that can be modified. Anyway, setting that as low as you can will create the fastest go live time. In the scenario when they're moving to our hosting and they're using something like ns1.bluehost.com for their name servers, these need to be changed to point to our Cloudflare account. If that's the case, we want to make sure that these name servers are changed at least 24 hours in advance, so before going live. That'll really cut down on the DNS propagation time. When a site gets added to Cloudflare, so when we add a site, we can see that the first thing Cloudflare is going to do is try and duplicate all of the records that live here. And as it goes through that process, it's going to do its best to find these records. Now, it's always smart to double check and make sure that these records did get copied over to Cloudflare, but I found that they've been pretty consistent and done a really good job at copying records over. Adding the domain to Cloudflare, like I said, should happen at least 24 hours before going live. And then when it is time to actually go live and redirect traffic, it's only a matter of going into the Cloudflare dashboard and modifying the CNAME or A record, whatever is recommended by Pagely or whatever other host we're using, and then that same go live time will have a very short window. We won't be waiting for DNS propagation. So like I said, just a quick overview. If the default name servers are being used at the registrar, we can just come into the registrar, change whatever values need to be changed, and we should have a very short go live window. If they're using custom name servers like a Bluehost or something similar, we want to make sure that the site is first added to Cloudflare, that we point the name servers to Cloudflare at least 24 hours in advance, and then we can make any record modifications on the Cloudflare side when that comes up. If there are any questions, never hesitate to reach out. Thanks.